Hi, Ed Friedland, the Bass Whisperer here again for Guitar World Magazine. This month we're looking at the Ibanez Soundgear SR400QM bass. QM stands for Quilted Maple. Man, take a look at this maple top. What beautiful clarity and dimension on the quilt. And this cherry sunburst finish, one of my big favorites, really brings out the beauty in this top. It's not an expensive bass. It sells for about $400, which places it in sort of the high-end beginner or intermediate range. There's a lot of cool features on it though that make it a really fun to play instrument. Well, one thing I have to say, the Ibanez Soundgear neck is one of the fastest playing, most comfortable feeling necks I've ever seen. It just makes you want to play. Here's the back view of the neck joint. We've got 4 bolts countersunk holding the neck and the body together, and you can see that lower cutaway, totally clear access all the way up to the 24th fret. This is the Ibanez AccuCast bridge. It's made out of zinc and has a Cosmo black finish, which you'll also find on the control knobs, the strap buttons, and the tuning gears. Here's a beautiful quilt maple overlay headstock, just like the body. Here's a close-up of the SR400's control panel. We have master volume, pickup blend, bridge pickup, both, neck pickup. We have concentric bass and tone controls. The bottom ring is bass booster cut. The top knob is treble booster cut. And then we have the style sweeper knob. All the way over to the slap setting, you have a 10 dB boost at 100 Hz and 10K, which creates sort of the classic smiley face mid-scoop sound EQ that people like for slap. All the way over to this way to the finger style side, you get a 5 dB cut at 100 Hz and 10K, and that's accentuating the mid-range frequencies, gives you better fingerstyle definition. Let's take a quick tone tour of the instrument. First, this is both pickups up full with the preamp completely flat. Okay, now I'm going to roll in some lows. Now some highs. So far we haven't heard anything with the style sweep knob. Let's roll it all the way over to fingerstyle. Well, the finger position really does bring out the attack in the fingerstyle. Now the other side of the coin is rolling this knob off to the slap position, and here's what that sounds like. Now that's a pretty intense scoop. Don't forget, Ibanez does make the Fieldy signature model, and it's kind of got that That angled cut at the end of the fingerboard is actually a very practical thing. It gives you a little bit more room on the treble side to get your finger under there for string popping. So I find running that slap knob back at about 8 instead of 10, and I crank the bass, crank the treble, and I get a slap tone kind of like this. These are Ibanez house brand humbuckers. They are the same size as the Bartolini MK1s, which you'll find on some of the higher model Soundgear basses. You can get lots of other tones out of this bass as well. Let's roll off to the front pickup. Put the fingerstyle knob, instead of flat out, I'm going to run that about 8. Crank the bass, put the treble flat, and then you get a nice chunky fingerstyle, almost like a P bass kind of tone. I really like the way they carved the top horn. It sort of reminds me of a shark fin. Leaving the controls exactly where they were, I'm going to roll to the back pickup now by the bridge, and it gets that sort of Jocko burpee thing happening. Let's take a close-up look at the recessed input jack. It's a nice custom touch. It gives the bass a little bit of the high-end vibe. It's also very practical. Keeps you from yanking your cord out if you step on it accidentally. So there you have it, the Ibanez Soundgear SR400QM.